He looks like for our audio listeners. He's miming it. It's pretty great.
Caleb, you got to remember, this is an audio first.
It's an audio podcast.
Well, they don't make any noise. What am I supposed to do? Just manatee.
Yes, that's exactly what they say.
That's what they say. Welcome, foolish mortals, to the Grim Grinning Dads, the show where three Disney-loving dads share travel tips, hot takes, and proof that planning a Disney trip should count as cardio. Today, we're tackling the question we get all the time: what does the perfect first-time Disney World trip actually look like? Because there's a big difference, and I think you guys would agree, between doing it all and enjoying any bit of it. So we're going to talk resorts, trip length, parks, food, all the rookie mistakes that send a family right to the meltdown zone. But before we begin, I would like to please ask you guys to follow, like, subscribe the Grim Grinning Dads on YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, anywhere that podcasts live. And I just want to put it out there. We are a team of travel agents. We're part of a team of travel agents that specialize in Disney vacations. So a lot of the things that we're going to talk about today are firsthand experiences, client experiences, all that. So please, if you ever want any help in planning outside of this video, please send us a message below. But the first thing we're going to talk about today is some Disney news. Tyler, what do you got?
Yeah, so Disney dropped some amazing promos this week coming up for the summer. So just wanted to highlight a couple of those. So starting on arrivals most nights between May 26th to September 15th, if you add a minimum 6-night, 6-day package, you could get 2 free nights and 2 free theme park days. I have never seen a deal quite like that. Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
That's actually really wild.
Yeah, so I mean, I wasn't necessarily planning on taking a longer trip this summer, but I saw that and I looked at my wife and I'm like, are we doing a week in Florida sometime this summer? Because
the answer is yes.
Yeah, probably. I mean, free is free. Like that's crazy good. But they also added a different one just for resorts. Let me get that pulled up here. So if you're not going to stay quite as long, you can still get up to 30% off rooms for most nights between May 1st to October 4th. So of course it varies. It's anywhere from 20 to 30% depending on the resort category. But even if you wanted to do a shorter trip, there are plenty of deals out there to be found. So would definitely recommend looking into that soon. Now the deal with the 2 free nights, that does have to be booked by February 15th. So there's a little bit of a time limit on actually booking it. But then you still have a few months to pay off the trip because you have up until 30 days before check-in for final payment. So lots of good deals to be found.
What's the date on that?
By February 15th, you have to have it at least the deposit down. Yeah.
So by the time this video is out for everybody to see, you're going to have about a month, a little under a month to book it.
Yep. And if you decide to book it on Valentine's Day, you still have that option. They were smart and they were like, well, some people might book their trip on Valentine's Day and it will carry over. You get that till the 15th.
Listen, Dad, to all you dads out there, your family wants it. Book it. Yeah. They want it. I promise. And that's a good deal. I've never seen a deal like that before.
Yes. And then it can be combined with the kids free dining plan promo as well.
Shoot.
So really, like, you're paying for standard rate for 4 days or 4 nights and then 4 days theme park, but then you're getting 2 free nights stay, 2 free theme park days, and if you're paying for the adult dining plan, you get free kids dining for the entire length of the trip. Like, that is a unbelievable value.
That's insane.
Yeah, that's really good.
That's a really good deal.
I mean, I like getting, $500 to $1,000 worth of stuff for nothing. How about you guys?
Yeah.
You like free things?
I'm all for it.
I mean, it could be even higher than that depending on where you stay.
For sure. Yeah.
Right. I'm all for it. I know. I was just talking about it today that I really wanted to take my daughter back to Disney this year, and I think this summer is a good time to do that. So
yeah,
You might want to
what,
take her to Disneyland for the first time, though. Wouldn't you rather do that?
I mean, what's wrong with 2 Disney trips in a year?
That's fair. Okay.
2. How many did you end up with last year?
9, and I'm at
Okay.
12 this year.
12 scheduled. What the heck, man?
12 scheduled, and half of them are paid for almost.
You guys somebody's gonna have an intervention for this man.
Yeah.
That's a lot of things.
Still won't get an annual pass, though.
No.
I am getting an annual pass this year. Stop.
Okay.
I am getting an annual pass this year.
All right, good.
Yeah.
Speaking of annual
cool.
pass, just a quick aside, I had a magic key in my cart the other night, and I was staring at it, and I talked myself out of it. I was
Why would you
very
do that?
close.
Ooh.
But it's really only because they're about to launch a new one on the 13th. That is it's a $50 difference. The one I was looking at is $9.49 for out-of-state residents. The new one that they're launching, I forget the name of it. It's $9.99, but it has fewer blackout dates and a better parking
It's worth
discount,
it.
which I never park when I go because I hardly ever drive.
Mhm.
And a couple other little perks that they added. So I'm like, I was very close to doing
That's
it.
fair.
And who knows? I'll probably talk myself into it by the time the summer rolls around and we're going to our summit in California.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fair. I understand that. Like, I only have one option for an annual pass for World, and that's the like $1,800 one or $1,700
Mhm.
one, the Incredipass.
Yeah.
So like, it makes no difference for me. And I go to World way more than I go to Land because it's just easier to get to. Charlie, how about you? You got any news?
Well, so we had our episode, the rankings strike back, where we
We did.
kind of went through all of our Star Wars rankings, all 11 of them, and some of our fellow genies decided to, we'll say, strike back here, putting
no.
some posts on social media. So I'm just going to read the post. We survived the Disney park rankings. Barely.
Survived?
Now, the Grim Grinning Dads have ranked Star Wars. And frankly, this feels personal. Here are the Genie Girls Gone Gallivanting lists. Wildly different, passionately defended, and unquestionably correct. Choose your side. May the drama be with you. Okay, so
they're
a couple things to touch
so.
on here. Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
we're
they're
going to
not.
question the heck out of this.
There's a bunch of stuff here. They're not correct. We were we were, I mean, it was personal to us. We were ranking our Star Wars. We were making our lists personal to us. And we welcome you to come and passionately defend your list here. Both this list and your rankings of the domestic parks list. We would love to have an entire episode or a whole segment where we just discuss how wrong you are about this and how wrong you were about your park rankings. Now, opinions, again, opinions are opinions, but
they can be wrong.
They can be. So let's just highlight the most wrong thing that I think all three of us can agree upon. Emily ranked Rogue One as her number one Star Wars movie of all time.
I mean, we don't need to rehash this, but I mean, I like Rogue One. It's not a full movie though,
and it's not a top 5. It's. I mean, you could say top 5 out of the 11. Sure, fine, but like number one
above Empire Strikes Back. Like,
yeah, that's tough. Above Sith, above A New Hope.
Yeah. I don't see it. I don't see it. And then with Tippy's list, I think the biggest thing to call out is the Phantom Menace being all the way at number 5.
Yeah, what the heck?
Yeah, I don't understand.
So you want like Jar Jar beats what's it above?
I'll count them down. So below Phantom Menace, you have Revenge of the Sith, Force Awakens,
How?
Rise of Skywalker, Attack of the Clones, Solo, and Last Jedi. I mean, a couple of those I can understand, but in no way should that be above Sith, Force Awakens, Solo, and The Last Jedi. There's just no way.
No way. Well, I can see Last Jedi. I can see it being above The Last Jedi.
Well, you had it last as well, and that's
Right.
that's the same level of wrong as Phantom Menace at 5.
It's not wrong. I'm sorry, you just don't like the truth.
See, you're here to passionately defend, and I can appreciate that. They're just going to throw these bombs at us. And then,
I know.
They say they're passionately defended. I don't see that at all.
No.
So
I know. I'd like to see it, though. I'd like to see it.
I'm looking.
Yeah.
I don't see
I don't see any passion. No passion.
Nope.
No.
None. All right. Well, maybe here we're gonna extend the invitation. Come on one of our episodes and let's talk Star Wars. Let's talk domestic parks, and we'll see what how that turns out. Very last bit of news. I just want to touch on this really fast because it is actually kind of a slow news week in the Disney World outside of the promos, but this one's kind of cool. Epcot, the Sea Pavilion in Epcot is turning 40, which is kind of cool, which means that it's been around way longer than me and way longer than most Disney YouTubers, which is kind of cool.
Not Charlie, though.
Yeah, not Charlie. Yeah, but longer than YouTube channels. Which is really kind of cool. I mean, it was one of those things that opened up back when Epcot was still Epcot Center, and people thought Communicore was the future of humanity, which is really cool. And personally, what I love about the Sea Pavilion is it's kind of quietly tucked away at Epcot. Like, it's a really not populated place. It's got air conditioning. If you love aquariums, it's got one of the largest aquariums there. My daughter loved watching the fish when she was little, so that was kind of cool. But if you're looking for an escape from the heat, the land pavilion is like right there, and living with the land. So,
and Soarin' and Sunshine Seasons.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason why you go to the Sea Pavilion is because the fish. That's it. You can't even get judged by the manatees anymore. Like, they don't even have the manatees. Like, they can't judge you anymore. And I remember that. Like, a manatee came down one time when we were there, and it was just like, and then
for our audio listeners,
floated away.
Caleb is miming what a manatee looks like for our audio listeners. He's miming it. It's pretty great.
Just,
Caleb, you got to remember, this is an audio first.
It's an audio podcast.
Well, they don't make any noise. What am I supposed to do? Just manatee.
Yes, that's exactly what they say.
That's what they say.
Oh my
humans who walk around. Human.
Yeah, when that's what humans do. Like, human. I'm humaning right now.
Clearly an alien trying to fit in.
100%.
Right.
100%.
Oh, geez. All right. Well, let's get into
explain
the
a lot about you now that I think about it.
Oh, what? Me?
Yes, you.
Shoot.
Humaning.
I've been outed.
I must fly away now.
I think he was outed when you see him wearing Crocs every single time you see him. That's how he's outed as being not human.
Oh my goodness!
You can't wear Crocs every single day for every single thing.
And no human.
It's cold out. I'm not wearing
that
Crocs
many
right
hot dogs from Casey's Corner.
You don't have insulated Crocs. You didn't buy the insulated Crocs. They literally have them.
I know, but I'm not that ridiculous.
You're pretty ridiculous.
I think you're exactly that ridiculous.
How did this turn into a? How am I? Okay,
I don't know. Well, because you said manatees were aliens, and that was it.
No, I just said that they just sit there and they go manatee.
And they do. They do manatee.
They do
clearly
manatee
an alien
things.
trying to fit in as a manatee. That's what they do.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens. It's like, I'm a fish. Nobody will suspect me.
Oh man,
being not a fish.
I'm a mammal, not a fish.
Okay.
All right. Before we get too far into the weeds, let's talk about our main topic.
Manatees.
No, not manatees.
I almost got Tyler to spit take.
Oh my
Do you
goodness.
wait for that exact moment on purpose?
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Oh no, I broke his internet.
Uh-oh. Oh,
no, he's back. Okay.
He's back. Okay.
All right.
Whew. Charlie broke your internet.
I thought I broke your internet with that joke.
All right, let's get into this.
The main
let's
topic.
talk about our main topic. Now, if you're a listener, hopefully you're looking at maybe planning a Disney vacation, or maybe you've got one that you're currently booked and you're kind of stressed out about it. So we thought maybe today we talk about planning your very first trip to Walt Disney World. Or maybe you want to help somebody else out, maybe a family member or something like that. Hopefully this episode makes that a whole lot easier. And if you're not already a part of the group, consider joining the Walt Disney World Tips and Tricks Facebook page. We're talking about the page that's currently at about 15,000 members at the time of recording. Ask anything you want in there. Someone will answer. One of us might answer. And if you want more one-on-one help, send us a message or fill out the form in the description below. One of us will be happy to help. I'll also put the link for that Facebook group in the description as well. So before we get into this, I want to just lay some ground rules here. So when we are talking the perfect first time Disney World trip, we don't mean the trip that does everything all at once, right? We're not talking about the trip that you're running around, getting exhausted, eating churros for dinner. We're not talking about the TikTok speed runs. We're talking about an actual enjoyable trip that makes you want to come back. A trip where you make memories and not enemies inside of your family. Because here's the absolute truth. Disney isn't about maximizing attractions. It's about managing expectations, energy, and meltdowns. And for most first timers, I think their goal is to do it all. I don't know, Tyler, like what is your experience?
Well, I mean, as somebody who's been going to Disney World for my entire life, including, about 23 years where I lived about 30 minutes away, as many times as I've been, I have not done everything. So don't think that one trip you're going to do everything. It's just not possible. And I think you're just going to stress yourself out because you're going to just be focused on what you didn't do rather than focusing on what you are able to do.
Yep.
Yeah.
I would echo that as well.
Yeah.
In terms of there, so I can think of 3 trips in a row where we had a reservation to go to Sanaa to do to actually get to do the bread, and all 3 trips something came up. We had to cancel the reservation. All 3 trips. We almost had to cancel the reservation when all of us were going too, and we ended up going. Oh, okay. Universal, thank you, Universal, for closing early that night.
And
we were able to get
I
our
was
way
so
back.
relieved. I did not want to let that one go away because I'd been waiting for that, and man, it was so worth it.
Oh, so worth it. But like those are the things, like you miss out on some things. But I think one of the things that that somebody who's going to Disney for the first time, Disney World for the first time, might do is they may think this is a one and done trip. This is a once in a lifetime trip, and they try to do everything, and they throw way more money at it than they actually need to, when they could plan effectively and be able to do, have a happy trip, enjoy yourself, get your kids hooked on it, and then potentially have it be a once a year thing or every other year or something along those lines. So
right.
Just
That's one of the first things that I tell people when I'm planning a vacation for a client of mine or family member or whatever, is that you will not do everything. Okay. And that shouldn't be your goal, is to do everything. Like for me, the first trip is always about finding out what you love so that you know what to do when you go back. It's
Casey's
never
Corner.
been yes. Hands down, Casey's. We'll get to food later, but it's that sort of mindset, right? Like with that in place, the first decision about a Disney trip should never be about what park you're going to go to or what rides you're going to ride. It should always be, where are you going to sleep? Right? Because when we think about where you're staying, where you're going to sleep. It's probably one of the most underrated first-time decisions that people overlook, because they think that it's just about a place to sleep, a place to shower, a place to swim, and then we're going to go to the parks. And that's partly true, and that can be true for some people, but the resort impacts your transportation. It impacts where you nap, strollers, pool time, dining, how fast you can get back and forth from the room and the park when a little has a meltdown. So to simplify the chaos, we're going to go through the 3 different levels of parks, of Disney resorts. The first one being value, and all that means is it's budget friendly and park first. Moderate is going to be more balanced, and then deluxe is going to be your convenience and your energy conservation. So I know that's just a 10,000 foot view on that. We're going to start with value, right? So when I think value, I think Pop Century, Art of Animation. They're perfect for families that want to spend most of their time in the parks and don't want to drop a fortune on a hotel room. And if you've got young kids, Art of Animation is basically their playground. Okay, we were just there and absolutely loved it. We stayed in the Lion King room. It's truly great. So Tyler, when you send a first timer family with kids to a value, which one are you picking?
Pop Century is kind of my go-to, my personal favorite. I think it hits all of the marks for me, but I think it kind of depends. Like if the kids are really into, say, Finding Nemo, that would lean me towards Art of Animation. But then we also should mention that there's the 3 all-star resorts that are also the values, and they are typically the lowest price points of the on-property hotels. But the trade-off for that is that it's bus-only transportation. So if somebody is very much just looking at like the bottom line, like cost-wise, I'll say like, hey, like, All-Star Sports might be your lowest cost, but just know that your time between parks, especially getting to Magic Kingdom, is going to be a little bit longer. So are you okay with that trade-off? Because if you do Art of Animation or Pop Century, 2 of the 4 parks, you're on the Skyliner, you're there in about 15, 20 minutes. And then the other 2...
I think it's fair to say if you're staying at the All-Stars, like, do not expect to go back to take a nap or spend half the day, park for the morning, go back for the afternoon nap and lunch, and then head back to the park. Like, just don't expect that, because you're wasting just in transportation
2
an hour
hours.
and a half.
Yeah. Well, I think the only
Mm-hmm.
one that could be at all realistic for would be Animal Kingdom, just because it's closest to Animal Kingdom.
Right.
But even then, you're probably looking at 30-ish minutes between like waiting for the bus and then getting back to the resort and then getting back to your room, because those resorts are massive. And especially if you're only getting a standard room, well, part of that standard price is that you're not super close to the transportation hub. Yeah. So that there's definitely some trade-off for the price. So to me, the sweet spot is Pop Century, because it's not that much more than the All-Stars, but you're getting a huge amount of convenience with the Skyliner. And I think the food in the food court at Pop Century is surprisingly good for a quick service.
Top notch.
Yep.
Top notch. How about you, Charlie?
I think it just recently overwent like a refurbishment too, right? Didn't they do refurbishment and put a coffee, like a coffee shop in there?
Yeah, the whole really lobby area got redone.
Yep.
And it's amazing.
Yeah,
it's really amazing, nice. But I do miss the shadow boxes. Those were cool.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yep. I think it's hard to choose between the 2. I think it really does come down to what Tyler said about, if the kiddos are into any of those 3 properties that are Art of Animation specific. I think the Pop Century does kind of exude the popular culture theming, and that's really cool. Walking up in front of a giant Rubik's Cube or a giant yo-yo is kind of fun. Those things are really cool. But I think what it comes down to is just knowing your audience and whether or not it really matters about the two themings. I mean, if they again, if they're really obsessed with Lion King, definitely would want to do Art of Animation. But Pop Century is right. Lion King, Nemo, or Cars. Those would be the three big ones.
Yep.
But I love both of those resorts. I think for me, if I was choosing, because I like both of them, I would choose just the one that happened to be less expensive. Or if it was like, if we were having 5 people, then I would choose Art of Animation because we got the suite. And that worked out really well. And the suite was surprisingly nice. I mean, not surprisingly, it was nice. It was very nice. I don't know how it worked for you guys sleeping in the one bed, but but there was 2 bathrooms.
I was fine. I was fine.
No, it did the job. I think I was surprised that for 5 adults staying in there, that it worked out as well as it did.
Mm-hmm.
So I think for a family of 4 or 5 or 6 would be no problem at all.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's a great place.
Now, family suite kind of gets up there in price with like moderate resorts, right? Now there are some differences there, like you're in a family suite, right? So like mom and dad get their own room, own bathroom, kids get the living room, dining area, their own bathroom, stuff like that. But I don't know, moderate resorts are interesting because for me personally, when I send first timers, I like to put people in that moderate category because it's just bigger rooms, better dining experiences, better pools, better property, maybe all around, minus 1 or 2. But I mean, Coronado for me is a great place to send people because like it's an incredible resort. I don't know. Do you guys think that moderates get overlooked a little bit?
I think some do. I think it depends on the price. Like when I'm pricing these out, I personally think Caribbean Beach is probably priced a little bit too high for what it is. But I think what you're paying for there is the location because it is the Skyliner hub.
Skyliner.
So
right.
Yeah, but to me, the price doesn't justify. Like it's not different enough from Pop Century, for example, to justify the price.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because the rooms there, I mean, they do have the 5th sleeper rooms, which Pop doesn't have, but the standard rooms are the same size, as far as I'm aware, standard room that you get at the values. So you're really just paying for the location. And especially if you have a standard location room at Caribbean Beach, you could be closer to the Riviera Skyliner station than you are the Caribbean Beach Skyliner station. That's how big that resort is. Which can be great because some people like that secluded feel, and there's nothing wrong with that. And each little village has its own pool. But if you want, like if you're trying to get bus transportation to one of the other parks other than Epcot or Hollywood, that's a long walk to get to the bus stop from a lot of those villages there. But yeah, I mean, to echo your point, Caleb, Coronado for me is probably the sweet spot for the moderates because it is a deluxe level resort at the moderate price. And I think the reason it's at the moderate price is because of its location.
Correct.
And this is the
Grand
one
Destino
time.
Tower.
Yeah,
the
I mean,
tower
it's
is
gorgeous.
incredible.
The restaurants on site are next level. It's a huge convention hotel. It's I think it's the only like Disney resort hotel that has quite that much convention space. So there's a lot of non-Disney conventions that are there. It's a massive property. One of the best pools on site. So I like that one. It's also the only moderate resort that has a fitness center. All of the deluxe resorts have fitness centers, but Coronado is the only moderate one. So if you do like to get your workout in on your vacation and you want that at your resort, Coronado it is.
Yep. Outside of just the 20,000 steps you're going to get each day.
Right.
But so I can speak about Caribbean Beach. I mean, Caribbean Beach is a moderate resort, but it is gigantic. The like you guys were saying, the amount of spaces where you're closer to another resort or than you are to the actual main hub is kind of crazy. I didn't love the sit down dinner at their let's see, the Cajun restaurant that they have. I forget what it's called right now, but the Cajun restaurant's really nice. Is it
Sebastian's?
It's Sebastian's. Yep. Yeah, I didn't love it. I thought it was good. I didn't think it was great. But the theming, I mean, it's some of the cool things about that resort. They do have beach. It's kind of beachfront. You're not using beach and going swimming on the beach, but you can walk on the beach, and they do comb the beach, and there are benches and all sorts of swings and all sorts of hammocks and stuff like that are right there as well. But I agree,
One thing
Caribbean
about-
Beach, and I think I've seen it too, like with Caribbean Beach's pricing, they've started, like, you'll see it pop down and be lower, because I think that they're having a hard time filling a lot of that resort, because it's huge. It's
Well,
just
yeah,
so many, seven different islands that they have in the Caribbean that are there.
Yeah,
Okay,
and no elevators.
We have a
And
special
no
guest.
elevators. I know. Look at
Yes,
that.
the no elevators thing was a problem too. So we went, and this is something I can speak to from personal. My parents needed the ECVs when we went on that trip a few years back, and they couldn't guarantee that we were going to be on the first floor. And I was like, well, how are they going to get the ECV to the second floor? Like, I don't understand how is this going to work? So I don't exactly know. I'm pretty sure we ended up on the first floor, but it was like, okay, wait, like what? But they couldn't guarantee it. And I was like, but we have ECVs, and we told you we have these ECVs. These are people, elderly people who are not going to be wanting to take the stairs after 20,000 steps and all of the stuff. Like, I don't know. But Coronado is on my list of places that I do want to stay. I've been there, visited. I haven't had a chance to stay there, and I'm gonna definitely have some FOMO when you guys go there in April, and I'll be excited to get some videos of some room walkthroughs and some of the, like, I just do it like I was there for the first time and do some video, because I that place sounds amazing to me, and I think it'll be real nice.
Yeah, and then
that's real nice,
Clark. So value, moderate. That leaves us with deluxe, and deluxe is a whole different animal altogether. You're not just paying for nicer rooms; you're paying for location and stress reduction. Okay, it's the difference between walking or monorailing to Magic Kingdom with a stroller, or hopping on a bus and heading all the way to the All-Stars. Okay, it's literally that difference. It's not just about the amenities. Okay, it's not just that. I know for me personally. Well, I was just saying, me personally, I love walking to Bay Lake Tower and the Contemporary Resort. I love that. And just being able to, we're within walking distance to the Magic Kingdom, and it just makes me so happy. Same with like Beach and Yacht Club.
Yes.
I was going to say that there is quite a difference in some of the amenities between the deluxe resorts too, and I think so. Something like Contemporary, for example, yes, you have Bay Lake, which is very nice, and you're walking distance to Magic Kingdom, but I think their pool is kind of meh. But
I'm going to say trash.
That's not their selling point. So
correct.
And I think like Poly, which obviously a little bit further away, so you do need to take the monorail if you're going to Magic Kingdom, but they make up for that with some better restaurants on site, some better pools, and just the overall theming of the resort is done up a bit more. But then something like Beach Club to me checks all the boxes, because you're super close to Epcot, you're super close to the Skyliner, and that pool is, I think it's unquestionably the best pool on property, because it's basically like having your own little mini water park.
Yep. Yeah, I would say so. Beach Club is super nice. I mean, I can't point out enough how being walking distance, ignoring the parks, ignoring the thing that we're actually all there for, Boardwalk is some of the best food in all of Disney, and there's so many different like options. And I mean, if you want a sandwich, they have like a New York style sandwich shop. If you want,
have you guys done Cake Bake Shop?
I haven't.
Oh my god.
It's good.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Cake Bake though.
I don't know if it's like $27 slice of cake good, but it's good.
Right. I was gonna say, like, I don't know if it's as good as the price, but it's good.
But it's good.
Really good. Brittany and I, we had carrot cake there when we were there.
Probably the fam, right?
No, it was for her run. It was for her run.
Oh, in the run.
Yeah, that was That was October, I think. Yeah. September,
And
October. Yeah.
I was just out walking around and she was resting up after the race. And I went and I was like, yeah, she said she wanted carrot cake. Let's go get some carrot cake. So we did. Or I did. I went and got it, brought it back to her. And,
$55 later.
Dude.
Yeah.
That's not a joke.
No, it's not.
But yeah.
Like
when I was
accurate.
there, so the day that you guys all left and I had like the morning to kill there, and I went over to Boardwalk and stood in about a 20-minute line and got their croissant, which was an incredible croissant, and one of their lemonades that they make in-house. And I think the croissant and the lemonade was like $20. So yeah, I mean, nothing there is cheap.
Anything on the croissant, or was it just a flaky?
I just put some butter on it.
Just butter croissant. Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, because I was just feeling something simple, but it was very, very good. Yeah, and I would definitely want to go back and try, because I think when we were there in March, I got the cookie dough cake, which was fantastic. Very, very rich, like almost too rich to finish in one sitting. But yeah, delicious though.
Yeah. And like Charlie was saying, like they have some of the best food options at these deluxe resorts. Like Boardwalk has amazing food. Ohana at Polynesian, phenomenal. I mean, Grand Flow has, don't even stop it with you. I want to eat my breakfast with
he's
Lilo
making
and
the
Stitch.
wishy-washy hand signal.
Yeah,
for our audio listeners, he's making the wishy-washy hand signal.
Yeah, I think phenomenal food is a stretch. I think
it's good. Okay, fine. Phenomenal food is a stretch. Fine. We'll just say it's very good. Okay. Ohana noodles, by far one of the best things that they have there.
Yeah.
But these are all things that play into placing people in resorts, right? Like that's the first thing that we want to identify for people is what's going to be the right place for you. What's going to meet the needs that you have? Do you need an elevator? Maybe Caribbean Beach isn't going to be a bad deal for you because you don't care where you're at. You're just along for the ride and going with the flow. Or maybe you absolutely need to have the walking distance to and from a park. So we're going to look at Beach Yacht Club, Boardwalk, Contemporary. Like we're going to look at these things. But that's all based on what you need. Now, place to stay out of the way. The second thing that we want to figure out is how long are you going to stay, right? Where is your time going, right? Are you looking for 3-4 nights? Are you looking for 10+ nights? Like we need to figure that out. So Charlie, I don't know about you. Have you ever done a 3-day death match at Disney? Like, have you ever done that?
No. I think that every time that I've gone, I've spent at least 5. I mean, we've gone down we didn't end up going to the parks, and our fam trips, I guess, don't really count because that's not.
I don't count those.
Yeah, they can't count as far as that goes. But
because that feels like a 3-day death match.
That's a 3-day death match. That's exactly what that is.
I was gonna say, like, I would wish that upon nobody, but
they're a blast.
But they are. Well, because we all have more insider knowledge of where we're gonna go and what we're gonna do. We talk about those things, and then we are able to prioritize based on what.
There's no we need to find the map so we know where we're going. Like we're all like,
be like, we're gonna go here.
I'm the map.
Go over there.
Yeah. You get 30 genies there. You have 30 maps. So
exactly.
Yeah, we all know where
exactly.
We're going. So yes,
not having to. You've never done it, Charlie, or not Charlie. Tyler, have you ever done a 3-day death march?
Well, so it was a little different for me because when I lived in the area, we did do some staycations, but those tended to be shorter.
Yeah, that doesn't count though.
So but since I haven't lived there, when I've gone back, I typically don't do longer stays because I'm splitting time between doing stuff there and seeing my family that's also still in the area. So I personally have never done like the week-long stay, but I think if I was going to take my whole family there now, especially with the deal that we talked about earlier, I mean, I think like 6 days.
A week.
Yeah, I mean, 6 or 7 days, especially if a couple of those days are free. Because to me, like if you're going to try to do,
I think
a park
6,
a
7
day,
applies.
Yes.
Audio listeners, we just made the 6, 7 gesture.
6, 7.
My daughter's going to love that when she hears it again. But I think having that, like if you do like 2 or 3 days and then take a rest day and then finish up with 2 or 3 days, I think that's like a good balance. Because I've seen or I've heard from clients where like you try to do 4 days in a row and then they may tack on a day at Universal or Epic Universe. And by the end of it, they're so burnt out. It's like you can't even enjoy it anymore.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I know for me, like I've done the challenge of 4 parks one day. I've done that and I've mastered that. I've done it, tackled that hill.
Cool.
It's a lot of fun. But I also know what I'm doing. Right? I know the things, I know what I love. I know what I don't love. I know what I must do. I know what I don't have to do. And I don't let the stress of it wear me out. Right. I could do all 4 parks in one day and be completely fine at the end of it. Like end my day watching Happily Ever After or the fireworks at Epcot, totally fine, head back to the room and be completely fine. And also I wear Crocs so my feet don't hurt. Not a sponsor, just a really cool product. But
not insulated Crocs.
Listen, guys, I'm gonna get some just because. But here's how I kind of lay it out: 3-4 days, you feel rushed. 5-6 days is kind of a sweet spot. 7+ days is best for kids, families. Allows rest days, pool days, things like that. And then the very next thing after that is park strategy, right? So
park strategery.
Right. I always recommend 1 park per day, especially if it's your first time, right? Like,
yes,
you don't need to be park hopping. I don't care what coast you're at. You don't need to be park hopping. There's no need for that. Spend the day in a park, even Animal Kingdom. It's not a half-day park.
No, there's plenty to do. Plenty to do. Even once they close Dinosaur.
Yeah, spend their full day there, and then you're done by 6 o'clock. So then go have a nice dinner somewhere.
Exactly.
Head on over to Steakhouse 71 and have some steak.
Or just go to Sanaa because you're close by.
Or that too.
Right.
That's true.
Right.
Or boneless.
Yeah, I mean, that's right there. So would you guys say that seems pretty accurate for length of stay? 3-4 days
for a
rush?
for a first time, and I would absolutely agree, don't park hop, because it takes people who really not only know what they're doing, but are like up for the challenge, because it is an endurance test to park hop. And you have to be okay with not seeing and doing everything if you're going to park hop, just because of the time it takes. Even going from Hollywood to Epcot, you know, as efficient as the Skyliner is, you're still probably looking at 20-30 minutes end to end. So, you know, it can be a challenge. So don't think you're going to do all of the, you know, tier 1 lightning lane rides in both parks, you know, with the time in between. It's not going to happen.
Yeah. Nope. And I mean, when I think about parks, right, a lot of things that you have to figure out there between lightning lanes, rides, things like that. There's also this element of food, right? Like that's a big deal, right? And there's 3 different types of dining options, right? You've got quick service, which is kind of like your McDonald's. You walk up, order at a counter, and then they call your name and here's your food, right? There's that. There's table service, which is like a sit down restaurant. You got to wait staff, all that stuff. And then you got your snack kiosks all throughout the park. Just really quickly, we just spent an entire episode going through our snack draft, talking about the different snacks that we would do. If you missed it, go check it out. It was last week's.
Can we make the video pop up here? Can we make a link to the video pop up here or up here? Can we do that?
We just point to all the corners, guys. Just point to all the corners. I can figure it out. It'll be in the top right corner. I'll make it pop up there. That's fine. But go check out that video. We're going to talk about the snacks in that and what snacks that we would deem snacks you don't want to miss. Okay. And you can get those anywhere. There's snack kiosks all over the place. But I think the one thing that most people freak out about the most is dining reservations, because that opens up 60 days before your trip. And some places they go quickly, some places not so much. But like character dinings and things like that. Do you think that is an area that people should be that stressed out about, guys? Or is that something that gets blown way out of proportion on their first visit?
I would say if you are set on certain places like Cinderella's Royal Table, you definitely want to pay attention. But if you don't have your mindset on any particular location in any park, you just know like, hey, we're going to be in Epcot this day. We're going to do a dinner somewhere. I don't really care where. Cool. Like there's going to be something, especially a park like Epcot, because there's so many options. There's also all the resort restaurants as well. So you don't have to just stay in the park.
Yep.
Yeah. So like, especially like if you're in Epcot and you're like, I just want to get out of the park for a little while, get off my feet, like quick Skyliner ride to Riviera and go eat at Bar Riva or Topolino's and then go back for the fireworks. Like that's a totally doable scenario. But that's also, little shameless self-plug, but that's the kind of thing where having one of us helping plan your trip is a huge advantage because we will wake up at 6 a.m. Eastern to book those for you 60 days out. So you don't have to.
Yep. Sure will. I've been lucky enough to not have any of the clients that have booked through me so far, and this of course will change. I've gotten their first choices on all of the different reservations that they've requested.
I had one, not mishap, but they wanted to do Magic Kingdom their first park day, but there were no Cinderella's Royal Table available on their first park day. So we had to rearrange their park days. And so I suggested, why don't you just do Magic Kingdom last? And they had an availability on that day. So they were totally fine with it. But yeah, as long as you're a little bit flexible, it's all good.
And that's one of the main things about all of this stuff is like, you never know. I made a reservation. Just because you made a reservation doesn't mean you're going to end up attending that reservation. You may get through the day. Never know what's going to happen. You don't know temperature wise what's going to happen. You don't know what's going to happen with somebody's feet, whether or not they're going to be able to make it somewhere.
Facts.
That's me. Yep. Something like that will happen. So you just have to be flexible. But you have, with one of the three of us, you kind of have us there available. You shoot us a text. Hey, we had this happen today. Can you find us something at our resort, or find us something on the Skyliner on the way back to the resort, or something along those lines? And those are the types of things that we're able to kind of make happen, because we do call in, because if you're within a couple of hours of a reservation, you're not able to really make those modifications.
Yeah. And I've had it happen where I've had clients there and they're like, hey, kid had a meltdown. We're back at the resort in Pop Century and we're not going to be able to make it all the way in to be our guests at Magic Kingdom. We had a reservation. We're not going to make it in time. Cool. I'm getting on the phone and I'm making a phone call. Because if you don't make that and you're a no-show, like you get charged.
You do.
Right? Like there's a fee for that. So having a travel agent is a big bonus in that, where you let us know and we take care of it for you. That's just what we do. The dining is one of the very reasons why travel agents even exist when it comes to Disney, right? You can absolutely 100% plan your own Disney trip, but there are so many moving parts between transportation, dining, parks, dining windows, lightning lanes, crowd patterns, that you just don't know what you don't know. And our whole job is to take that guesswork out for you guys, so you don't spend thousands of dollars just accidentally scheduling something. And it's not just Disney, right? While we talk a lot of Disney, it's not just Disney. We do Universal, we do cruises, we do all inclusives, Europe, basically anything that involves decisions and logistics, like that's us. So if you're planning a trip to Disney, or honestly anywhere, shoot us a message or email us and we'll help you plan it, book it, and not accidentally book a 7:30 a.m. character breakfast the morning after you had a late park night for fireworks. So
don't do one of the after dark events and then do a 7 a.m. Ohana.
Yeah, just don't do it. The perfect first Disney trip isn't the one where you get to do the most, like I said. It's the one where you leave wanting to come back. And that's how you know you did it right. So if y'all don't know, my name's Caleb, Charlie, Tyler. We are the Grim Grinning Dads, and we will see you the next time the dads come out to socialize.
Manatees.